Hello friends, welcome to the online sessions of Renewable Energy Engineering. Myself Praveen Jinjala from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In today's session, we will discuss about the introductions of wind energy. In throughout session, we will discuss about the what is wind energy, how to create the wind, how to utilizations of wind, or how can we convert wind energy into power generation. So the basically windmill generally used for power generation. There are the many applications of windmill, but according to the application to the power generation, mainly we are utilizing the wind energy for power generation. So let's start our session. First of all, we discuss about the what is wind energy. Means it is the nothing but one types of energy convergence. This is the one types of wind energy. Whenever wind will be strike to the rotor of wind turbine, so it will be convert kinetic energy into mechanical energy. Then after it will be transmit to the generator, gearbox and generator will be generate electricity. So this is the basic principle of wind energy conversion. Wind are caused by uneven heating of atmosphere by sun, the irregularities of the earth's surface and rotations of earth. So the wind mainly caused due to the density difference, and density difference created by solar radiation. So we can also say that wind energy, it is one types of solar energy, or we can also say that almost the renewable energy source is one types of solar energy, or we can also say that the applications of solar energy. So wind can be created due to the temperature difference, and temperature difference by solar energy. So there will be create the density difference, and due to the density difference, wind will be flow, or air will be flow from one place to the second place. So we are saying that it is the wind. Wind means it is one types of air in motion. So it's called wind. Wind is generally used to produce electricity using the kinetic energy created by air in motion. This is the transform in electrical energy using the wind turbine. So the component used for conversions of wind energy or air in motion into electricity, it's called wind turbine or windmill. This is the basic structure of windmill. Whenever air will be strike to the rotor, so it will be start to the rotation, and it will be rotate the shaft. Shaft will be connected to the gearbox, and gearbox will be connected to the generator, and generator will be produce electricity. So there are the many components used for conversions of wind energy into electricity. Now we will discuss about the basic component of wind turbine. There are the many components used in wind turbine or windmill. First component is tower, where windmill will be installed. Then after the nacelles, means this is the whole mount, all our component is mounted in nacelle. So it's called nacelle. First of all, wind will be strike to the turbine blade, or it's called wind turbine blade. So it will be transmit the energy to the our rotor. Then after the rotor will be transmit the energy to the shaft. Shaft will be transmit the energy to the gearbox. Gearbox used for step up the RPM, because in our generator we have to require the large amount of or maximum RPM for proper electricity generation. So we generally install the gearbox. Then after the energy will be passed gearbox to the generator, and generator will be generate the electricity. So this is the basic component: turbine blade, rotor, shaft, gearbox and generator. Other component also utilized for controlling or proper output of wind energy, as like the yaw control mechanism. It is used for rotate the whole nacelle in proper direction, because due to the continuously fluctuation of wind energy, we also provide the yaw control mechanism, and yaw control mechanism will be rotate the nacelles according to the available of wind direction. So in according to the season, wind direction slightly change, or it will be change the angle. So according to that angle, this yaw control motor will be supply the energy, and it will be drive the drive, and it will be change the angles of nacelles. Second control mechanism is pitch control mechanism. Pitch control means it is used for control the torque or also according to the power requirement. It will be change the angle of our blade. So it's called pitch control mechanism. So according to the availability of wind and according to the requirement of RPM and power generation and torque, angle of the blade, it may be changed. So it's called pitch control mechanism. Other component also utilized as like the anemometer. It is also used for measurement or directions of wind, and wind vane also utilized for the specific directions of wind. So these are the basic component of our wind turbine. And extra component also utilized as like the brake. In wind turbine, brake generally used for the control the motions of wind mill, because due to the cyclone create in our Indian geometry, the many cyclone created, and due to the also storm, fluctuation in energy. So we have to proper controlling the motions and rotations of turbine for the proper output or for reduce the our damages. So we have to also provide the brake system. So brake will be applied to the control the motions of wind turbine. So these are the basic component of windmill, and this is the horizontal axis type windmill, because this is the axis is horizontal. Now we will discuss about the size and applications of windmill. Many windmill available in market according to the applications and requirement and according to the purpose of windmill. Generally there are the three types of windmill: small, intermediate and large. If the power generation is less than 10 kilowatt, so it's called small scale wind turbine, and it is generally used for horizontal and vertical axis type wind turbine. And applications of small size wind turbine in home application, in farm or remote application. In farm, it is generally also utilized for water pumping. In past, many windmill also utilized for water pumping from well to the ground surface. Second is intermediate type wind turbine. Means if the power generation range is 10 to 250 kilowatt, so it's called intermediate type windmill. And applications of intermediate type windmill is in village power generation, hybrid system or distributed power generation. So this is the applications of intermediate windmill. Third is large scale of power generation or large size windmill. If the power generation is near to 660 kilowatt or up to the 5 or 10 megawatt, so it's called large windmill size. And generally utilizations of large scale wind turbine for central station wind farm or distributed power or community wind. So in current, for power generation, we are utilizing the large scales of wind turbine up to the 10 to 15 megawatt. So this is the applications of large scale wind turbine. So according to the requirement and application, we are utilizing the different types of windmill. Other also application in past, windmill also utilized for the grinding purpose, in water pumping or for any rotations. So there was also different applications of windmill. But our concentration throughout the subject or throughout this chapter will be for power generation. So throughout the session, we will discuss about the how to generate electricity from wind and basic component and analysis of wind turbine. Next is advantages of wind turbine. First advantages of wind turbine is no byproduct is produced, because the wind is free of cost available and no any extra production is here or no any by-produce. So it is the minimum pollution compared to the thermal power plant, because in thermal power plant by-product is ash content or polluted sources. So it may be effect on atmosphere. Next is all through the wind turbine can be very tall or each take up only a small plot from land. Or we can also say that minimum land requirement for power generation, because in windmill we are installing at a height, So we have to only for require the foundation for on ground surface. And main part we are installing at a height. So we can also utilize the land for any purpose as like the agriculture or farming purposes. Next is remote area that are not connected to the electricity power grid can use the wind turbine to produce their own supply. Means if any location is not possible to the supply energy by grid connection, so we can also install the wind turbine and we can also generate the electricity. So it is the advantages compared to the remote area. Next advantage is wind turbine are available in range of size, while means a vast range of peoples and business can be used them. Means in many size windmill available as like the in kilowatt to megawatt. Range is kilowatt to megawatt. So the according to the applications and according to the requirement, we can utilize the windmill. As like the in power generation, windmill utilize 1 megawatt, 2 megawatt, 5 megawatt or up to 15 megawatt. But in small scale, we can also generate the electricity or also we can utilize for different purposes. Example, now in market, mini windmill also available. So we can also install our windmill to our terrace and we can also generate electricity or we can also utilize for different purposes. So there are the many advantages of windmill and also advantages of wind power. It is generate the minimum air pollution and minimum land pollution compared to the thermal power plant. And we are utilizing the maximum natural source. So it's called one types of renewable energy sources. Now we will discuss about the disadvantages of windmill. Because in any system, there are the advantages, also some types of disadvantages. So according to the application, maintenance, utilization, pollution, we can also say that one comparison with disadvantages. First disadvantages is it is not uniform because wind in nature continuously fluctuation and our requirement is uniform wind. So first disadvantage is wind is not uniform. Second is wind turbine are noisy compared to the solar power plant because whenever windmill will be rotate, so it creates the one types of noise pollution and it also affect on the bird life or also affect on human nature due to the noisy atmosphere. Next is capacity of wind turbine is less because by utilizations of single wind turbine, we cannot generate the 100 or 50 megawatt power compared to the thermal or solar power plant. Because the windmill has a on capacity, so we have to also select the windmill and we have to also install the wind farm. So it's called numbers of windmill installed and we can also generate the large amount of electricity. So this is the limitations of windmill. We can not generate the large amount of electricity from single wind turbine. And next is less efficient because the wind turbine is efficiency about near to the 30% and maximum efficiency is 59.3%. So it's called Bates limit. So the efficiency of wind turbine is comparative less. So this is the disadvantages of wind turbine. Now we will discuss about the basic principle of wind energy conversion. Means how to convert wind energy into our power. Main our purpose is to extraction of power from wind and utilizations of power. Or we can also say that energy available from wind. Or we can also say that how many energy available in wind. So the wind energy, it is one type of kinetic energy of air. Means it is the flow of air. So we can also say that it is the kinetic energy of wind. So the equation of kinetic energy is 1/2 mv square. M is equal to mass flow rate of air and V square is equal to velocity of wind. So the kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 mv square. Second, here the mass flow rate. So the power in wind is kinetic energy per unit time. So we can also replace the mass flow rate with the mass flux rate, or also say that dm by dt, mass flux rate. So we can also specify. So by inserting the value of mass flux rate dm by dt, or we can also say that it is equal to density into area into velocity. Means mass flux is equal to density area into V, means rho A V. So by inserting the value of mass flow rate into the power equation, so the final wind power is equal to 1/2 rho A V cube. In the throughout session or throughout this chapter, you have to remember the whole equation, because we will utilize this equation into analysis of wind turbine, and we will also utilize for problem solve or in example of wind turbine. So the final power output or power available in wind is equal to 1/2 rho A V cube. Here the rho is equal to density of air, A is equal to swept area of wind turbine. We are generally considering the circular of swept area, and V is equal to velocity of wind. So we can also say that power is directly proportional to density, or power is directly proportional to area, or we can also say that power is directly proportional to velocity q. So from this equation we can also say that maximum power can be obtained by velocity. If our velocity will be higher, so we will get the higher power. In area, we are considering the circular area or swept area of wind turbine, means it is the pi by 4 d square. So we can also say that power is directly proportional to diameter of wind turbine rotor, and power is directly proportional to V cube of, or velocity cube of air. This is the graph representing the wind power versus wind speed, because in previous slide we also discussed about the power is directly proportional to V cube. If we are increasing the diameter and velocity, so we are getting the maximum power. Here the wind power is equal to 0, 2, 4 and 6 megawatt, and wind speed is equal to meter per second. Here the 0 to 5, 10 and 15. So this is the graph for 20 meter rotor diameter for power generation. So by utilizations of 20 meter diameter, we can also generate near to 1 megawatt power from single windmill. If we are increasing the rotor diameter to the 40 meter, so we can also generate 2.5 megawatt something power. But by the increasing the diameter up to the 60 meter, we can also generate the 5 megawatt power from wind turbine. So this is the graph, wind speed versus the wind power and rotor diameter. So by increasing the wind speed or by maximum wind speed, we can also increase the power output by changing the diameter, because our wind speed is almost constant according to our geometry and according to the nature or weather condition. So we can increase the diameter. So by increasing the diameter, we can also increase the power. So this was the about introduction of wind turbine. What is wind turbine? How we are converting the wind energy into our power generation, and what is factor affecting on power generation, or how can we get the maximum power from windmill. This is also second comparison between the different diameter of wind turbine. By day, technology is improving in wind turbine. So this is the hub height in meter, 0 to 320, m is equal to rotor diameter, and rating power in kilowatt. So then 1980 to 99, we are generally utilize the 17 meter rotor diameter, and power output was 75 kilowatt. So by day or by the time interval, now currently 2015 to 2020, we are installing the 125 meter height of wind turbine, and we are generating the 5000 kilowatt, means near to 5 megawatt power. So this is the future wind turbine. So by increasing the rotor diameter and height of hub, we can also generate the maximum power. Thank you.